What if your garden could glow at night, in a way that looks magical, relaxing and almost unreal, all without spending much at all? Most people assume you need expensive fixtures or complicated wiring to create that warm evening atmosphere, but the truth is you can get stunning results with a handful of budget tricks. Tonight we're diving into lighting ideas that are simple, creative and surprisingly powerful, and by the time we're done you'll see your outdoor space in a totally different light. Welcome back, timeless gardening family. If you love transforming your garden with easy, clever upgrades, you're in exactly the right place. I've rounded up lighting hacks that are cheap, beginner-friendly, and incredibly satisfying to set up. And the best part is you can mix and match them to fit any style. Stick around because the final hack costs nothing at all, and ends up being one of the most impressive tricks you can use in any garden. Hack number 1: Mason jar solar lights. Mason jar solar lights are one of the easiest ways to bring soft, warm glow into any corner of your garden, and they solve a big issue right away: lighting without wiring. Traditional outdoor lights can get pricey fast, but solar lights dropped into simple jars give you the same cozy atmosphere for only a few dollars each. All you do is pop the solar module out of a stake light, place it inside a clean jar, and let the sun do the rest. You can dress them up with glass beads, shells, sand or small decorative stones, so each jar has its own personality. Cluster a few on a patio table, tuck them between plants or line them along a walkway, and your garden instantly shifts from plain to inviting. What makes this hack so satisfying is how adaptable it is. Mix jar sizes for a layered effect. Hang a few from tree branches using twine or wire hooks, or set them inside lantern frames for a more polished look. They charge themselves during the day, so there's no upkeep beyond remembering where you place them. Even one jar gives off a surprising amount of light, but when you group them they create a warm flickering atmosphere that feels almost cinematic. It's an effortless way to set the mood for evenings outside, without touching your power bill. Hack number 2. Glow paint garden pots. Glow-in-the-dark pots are such an easy win because they look totally ordinary during the day, then come alive at night with a soft, playful glow. The trick is using outdoor-safe glow paint and giving each pot a few solid coats so it can soak up plenty of sunlight. You can paint full pots, rims only, or create simple patterns like stripes, dots or leaf silhouettes. Once the sun goes down, those designs slowly light up and give your garden a gentle, almost floating effect. It's especially nice along pathways or on steps where you want subtle lighting without adding actual fixtures. Placement is where this hack really shines. Put them where they get direct sun during the day, but feel dark or dull at night, like patio corners, beside entryways or lining a garden bed. If you mix different pot sizes, the glowing heights look layered and interesting. You can even pair them with low-growing plants or herbs, so the glow appears to hover around the base of the greenery. It's simple, inexpensive, and one of the fastest ways to add nighttime charm to your outdoor space. Hack number 3. Tin can lanterns. Tin can lanterns are one of those projects that look far more impressive than the materials would ever suggest. It's a perfect way to reuse old cans and turn them into charming little lights for pathways, patios or garden beds. After rinsing the cans, fill them with water, and freeze them so they don't bend when you make your designs. Once they're solid, you can tap small holes into the sides using a nail to create patterns, shapes, or even simple starburst designs. When the ice melts out, you're left with a sturdy lantern dotted with tiny openings that glow beautifully at night. Drop a battery-powered tea light inside, and you get a soft flickering effect that looks handmade in the best way. These lanterns are incredibly flexible in how you use them. You can make a whole set with matching patterns for a coordinated look, or mix different designs, so each lantern has its own personality. Add wire handles to hang them from hooks, tree branches or shepherd's poles, or keep them on the ground to define borders and walkways. The light spills through the holes and creates dotted shadows across the ground, which adds extra texture and depth to your nighttime garden. It's cheap, customizable, and perfect if you love projects that reuse materials instead of buying new ones. Hack number 4. Bottle glow towers. Glass bottles make some of the most eye-catching garden lights, and the best part is you don't need fire or fuel to pull this off. Instead of traditional torches, you can safely turn old wine or soda bottles into glowing towers using battery fairy lights or small solar cork lights designed for bottles. Just clean the bottle, drop the light strand inside, and let the glow fill the glass from top to bottom. The narrow shape of the bottle focuses the light in a really pretty way, almost like a soft beam running straight up through the glass. Lining a few of these along a path or placing them in clusters near seating areas creates a warm modern look that feels far more expensive than it actually is. You can style them in dozens of ways. Use clear bottles for a clean bright shine or tinted bottles for a softer colorful effect. Green and amber bottles look especially nice because the glow comes through in warm shades that blend beautifully into a nighttime garden. Set them on small stands. Tuck them into planters or group several at different heights on a patio. Because they run on batteries or solar power, there's no flame, no heat, and no worry. It's an easy, stylish lighting upgrade that anyone can pull off with almost no effort. Hack number 5. LED rope light borders. Rope lights are one of the easiest ways to define the shape of your garden after dark, and they instantly make everything look neater and more intentional. The flexible tubing lets you trace smooth curves around beds, wrap the outline of a walkway, or highlight the edges of a patio. Once the lights come on, the whole space gets this gentle glow that feels clean and modern. The real advantage is how evenly they spread light compared to individual stakes or spotlights. Instead of bright spots and shadows, you get one continuous line that guides the eye and makes your garden feel more structured at night. Installation is straightforward. Lay the rope lights along the edge of your garden beds and secure them with landscape pins or tuck them slightly into a shallow trench so they stay put. Choose outdoor rated rope lights so they handle moisture well and keep the power connection a little elevated or protected. If you want extra brightness, layer a second strand along areas you want to stand out. It's way more affordable than buying dedicated landscape edging lights, and the effect is often brighter and smoother. With just a few minutes of setup, you get a nighttime garden layout that looks polished and beautifully lit. Hack number 6. Chandelier planter lights. Old chandeliers are surprisingly easy to turn into stunning outdoor light features, and thrift stores usually have them for just a few dollars. Start by removing any remaining wiring or broken pieces, so you're left with a clean frame. Give it a fresh coat of spray paint to match your garden's style. Then replace the original bulb holders with small solar puck lights or battery-powered candles. Once the sun goes down, the lights glow through the arms of the chandelier and create a soft, elegant sparkle that feels way more high-end than the materials used. If the chandelier has a center basket or open frame, you can fill it with trailing plants like ivy or small ferns, so the greenery cascades around the lights. The mix of foliage and soft glow instantly gives your garden a cozy, magical feel. Hanging it safely is key. Pick a strong branch, pergola beam or metal hook that can handle the chandelier's weight, and use a sturdy chain so it stays balanced. Once it's up, the chandelier becomes a centerpiece both day and night. In the daylight it works as a quirky upcycled planter with tons of character. At night it transforms into a floating light sculpture that shines down through the plants below. It's one of those projects that looks complicated, but is actually simple, and once you see it lit up, it becomes an instant favorite. Hack number 7. Glow-painted pathway stones. Glow-painted stones are an easy way to guide the eye through your garden once the sun goes down, and they look especially good around curved paths or winding borders. Start with smooth rocks in a mix of sizes so the layout feels natural. Give each stone a few coats of outdoor glow paint and let them charge in the daytime sun. When night hits, the stones release a soft, steady light that outlines your walkway without the need for fixtures or wiring. You can paint full stones for a bold glow, or add simple designs like dots, rings, or swirls. If you want something more decorative, even a small handful of these stones can turn an ordinary path into something that feels warm and inviting. This is also one of the most durable lighting hacks. The stones hold up through rain, heat, and foot traffic, and the paint can be refreshed anytime with a quick recoat. They work well along steps, driveway edges, garden bed borders, or tucked between pavers for a subtle dotted effect. You can even mix glow colors for a layered look that shifts as you walk by. It's a fun low-cost project that adds personality, visibility, and a gentle nighttime charm to any outdoor space. Hack number 8. Fairy light wrapped tree trunks. Wrapping tree trunks with fairy lights is one of the simplest ways to add depth and magic to your nighttime garden. Choose outdoor rated fairy lights that are safe for weather exposure. Then start at the base of the trunk and spiral upward, spacing the strands evenly so the glow looks balanced. The lights create a vertical line of shimmer that draws the eye upward, highlighting the natural shape and texture of the tree while illuminating surrounding plants. This technique works on small ornamental trees as well as larger trunks, and even just a few wrapped trees can completely change the ambiance of your garden. To get the best effect, combine wrapped trunks with other soft lighting like glowing pots or pathway stones. You can use a timer or solar controller so the lights automatically turn on at dusk and off at dawn, which saves energy and keeps the display consistent. Wrapping multiple trees at varying distances adds layers of light, giving the garden a sense of depth and scale that makes it feel much larger than it is. This hack is effortless, kid-friendly, and gives your garden a whimsical, storybook-like atmosphere that's perfect for relaxing evenings outdoors. Hack number 9. Mirror and candle multiplication. Mirrors are a surprisingly powerful tool for enhancing your garden lighting because they reflect existing light and make small spaces feel brighter. By placing a mirror strategically behind candles, solar lights or fairy lights, you can double the glow without adding any extra electricity. Small outdoor safe mirrors work just as well as larger ones, and mirrored acrylic sheets are a great alternative if you're worried about breakage or rain. The reflected light bounces into darker corners, making the garden appear fuller and more illuminated while also adding an element of surprise when the glow catches your eye unexpectedly. Safety and placement are key. Stick to battery-operated candles or solar lights to avoid open flames near foliage, and angle mirrors so the reflected light doesn't blind you or your guests. You can tuck mirrors behind plants, lean them against a fence, or create a reflective corner near a seating area. Even 1 or 2 mirrors can transform a small patio or garden bed, giving the illusion of extra lights and expanding your nighttime space. This simple trick combines science and creativity, letting you maximize every single light source in your garden. Hack number 10. Reflective mulch trick. This is the free hack that will completely change how your garden looks at night. Reflective mulch, or even light-colored gravel, stones or repurposed reflective materials, works by bouncing light from your existing sources back into the garden. A single solar light suddenly feels brighter, pathways glow more clearly, and plants that would otherwise disappear in the dark gain presence and dimension. It's an effortless way to amplify your lighting without spending a dime on extra fixtures. Placement makes all the difference. Use reflective materials around the bases of plants you want to highlight, along pathways or under feature garden pieces like sculptures or benches. Cluster them in areas with existing light for maximum impact, instead of spreading them thinly. Over time, the mulch naturally settles, blending into your garden while continuously enhancing illumination. It's simple, safe, and one of the most effective tricks for turning your ordinary garden into a magical nighttime retreat. And there you have it. 10 amazing garden lighting hacks that are simple, budget-friendly, and totally transformative. From mason jar solar lights to reflective mulch, each idea shows that you don't need a big budget or complicated wiring to make your outdoor space feel magical at night. These hacks not only illuminate pathways and seating areas, but they also add personality, depth, and charm that make your garden feel like a completely different place once the sun goes down. Even small changes, like painting rocks or wrapping tree trunks in fairy lights, can completely shift the mood and make evenings outside more inviting and memorable. I want to hear from you. Which of these hacks are you most excited to try first? Are you planning to start small with a few glowing stones or dive straight into a chandelier planter or a cluster of mason jar lights? Share your thoughts, your plans, or even your photos in the comments. I love seeing your gardens come alive and these hacks in action. Your ideas might inspire someone else to experiment with a new trick, and that's what makes this community so special. We all get to share in the creativity and transformation of our outdoor spaces. Before you go, Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Timeless Gardening, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a new tip, hack, or DIY project. Remember, a beautiful, enchanting garden doesn't have to cost a fortune. It just takes a bit of imagination, a touch of creativity, and the willingness to try something new. Take these ideas, put your own spin on them, and enjoy your garden in a whole new light. Happy gardening, and I'll see you in the next video.